Welcome back to On the Shelf Gaming. I'm Sacred.
I guess I could be called Goblin in this case.
Is that what you want to be called?
Yeah, why not? I'm Goblin with a problem everywhere.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, hi. So, for the more astute listeners, you'll notice that Eric is not here, nor is Crandon. Instead, I'm with my buddy, Redacted, or Goblin.
Yeah, let's just go with Goblin.
That's fine. We don't dead name around here on the Shelf Gaming. We respect everybody except for Eric, who I refuse to call by his username, and also Crandon, who I refuse to call by his username. But also I get a hissy fit if they don't call me by my username. So really, I disrespect mine and now your pronouns.
It's the triumvirate of disrespect. Everyone else outside of it gets respected.
Yeah, exactly. God, look at that.
Oh, I just realized there's a cutscene.
Yeah, this game is like 90% cutscenes.
Hey, perfect. I just got finished playing with the game like that, so it's all good.
We are playing Run Like Hell, and Goblin, let me tell you, this game was my biggest fucking op as a kid. Because I accidentally softlocked myself at like the midpoint of the game.
How did that happen?
I'll talk about it more if I remember when we get to that point. I will talk about it more. But there is a corridor you're walking down after like a bit, like the end of a fucking level, where I had no ammo left, and I'm going through this long corridor where I could have been picking up ammo, but a guy comes over my headset and he's like, "Oh, there's a bunch of enemies heading your way. You gotta move. You gotta run." And as a stupid 7-year-old, I don't know what set dressing is, so I just fucking book it into the boss room with 2 shots in my gun.
Perfectly done.
So I fucking soft-locked myself.
We've all pulled that. Even as adults, we pull that in games.
Oh, I know. I'm notorious at fucking just doing the most inopportune thing to get the worst result. That's my bread and butter.
Heck yeah. Well, maybe we can make better decision-making lessons across this gameplay.
I trust you, bro. I'm trusting you to help guide me through this. You are one of the smartest guys I know.
That's encouraging.
You are the only guy I know who's finished his schooling.
Yeah, fair. Okay, this is good for PlayStation 2, I guess. I wouldn't know. I never interacted with any PlayStation or other consoles until I was like 15.
That's true. You didn't really game too much as a wee lot, did you?
Yeah, no. I was raised like solely on PC games up until we moved back to the States.
Back to the States.
Like, yeah, I was just another dream. Yeah, being part of a military family, my mom, was in the Navy, so we had the chance to move over to Japan when I was younger, and so moved back roughly back in 2013. And so just until we moved back, I never had any like console. I mean, we did have the Wii, but like
right.
That seems like a pretty basic console for anyone to use.
Right, my mom had a fucking Wii.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, heck, we didn't even really use it for video games. We used it for like Wii Sports and Wii Fit.
Right. See, it is wild to me that you did live in Japan, but you just missed out on all the Japanese pop culture.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's what happens when you live on a military base. They're like, you could like go out and adventure whenever you want, but when you're a young fucking kid and the world is big and scary, you're just gonna stay within your own little enclave. Right. You're not gonna try and like encourage your parents to go out, and see, a festival that could be happening, literally the next day. I mean, it always seemed like there was a festival going on every day of the week, no matter where you went. You could be like going down a blind alley in the middle of Tokyo and then just happen across a festival that's going on, and you wouldn't have heard of it until that day you went there.
Right.
So, it was already experience just going out on base. We didn't really, seek out like contemporary culture. We kind of went off base to like see like historical places, or go to a national park, or go on a really nice hike in like the mountains or something like that.
Right.
It, there's kind of experiences like that.
Right. No, for sure.
So yeah.
Definitely stuff you would do differently. Like, if you went to go visit Japan now, definitely stuff you would do differently.
Oh yeah, definitely do a lot more like daytime and nighttime life. Try and do some more of the everyday stuff. Not just go and sightsee. I definitely try and incorporate myself a little more.
Right. You would have to. Where did you live in Japan?
So I lived like it's called Yokosuka, and it's within. And I'm probably going to butcher this up. It's kind of like a subset of the large city Yokohama.
Okay.
Kind of like how Redmond and Bellevue are like subsets of the greater Seattle area.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, it was a small part of Yokohama, which itself is on Tokyo Bay. So like, yeah. So we were like an hour or so drive away from Tokyo itself.
Okay. So you were
Yeah.
kind of a happening spot then.
Yeah, it was pretty happening, and like you could go out and do whatever, and like there was sometimes going out to Yokohama, we would go to like this big parkway there, kind of, and it's just like it's got a Ferris wheel, got some small rides. It just was there all the time, and so there's some stuff to go out and do. But again, I was like growing up 10 to 13 years old when I was in Yokosuka. And then before that, I was, ages 7 to 10, I was, growing up in Okinawa, and one of the smaller military bases there. So, it was even, like, there was not much to impress a small kid whose main focuses at the time was making it through school.
Right. Like the fucking nerd you are.
Yeah, I had some bigger sights going on as a little kid.
You had some asses to grow up and wipe.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say I don't. When I refer to you to my other friends, I refer to you as the man who gets more ass than anybody I've ever met, and it's all to wipe.
Yeah, you know what? That is a moniker I will be happy to have.
It's not inaccurate, but also it is maybe the the least generous way I can describe what you do.
Because like when you boil down to it, working as a nursing assistant at undescript healthcare facility, you just kind of get expected to be the ass wiper, like in both the literal sense and the metaphorical sense.
Do you ever?
You sign up. You sign up for the job knowing you're gonna wipe ass at some point.
Right.
But you can conceptually have the thought of wiping ass in your mind, but until you actively spend a few hours going from anus to anus and getting very intimate with how that opening looks and feels through a glove, but still feels.
Right.
You get really acquainted with ass.
You never forget a rectum.
Realize it is the most. Yeah, and it's like you then it's like gross at first, but then you're like, oh wait, it's just the most normal thing of a human body.
Yeah.
And you could be like, ooh, look at all the ass, but no, old people ass is unimpressive. It honestly just reminds you that you're gonna be having an ass just like that in your later years.
Right.
And it's always made me so happy that I've never had a hemorrhoid in my life, and I'm gonna do my goddamn best to never get myself in that position.
Do you ever come back from a long shift of wiping ass and then just you need to go to the bathroom and you're like, fuck, I'm just so tired of wiping ass?
Honestly, I appreciate that my ass is the one ass that will not get a complaint out of it if I wipe it.
That's I never considered that. Do you ever get commentary while you're wiping someone's ass, and they ever look back and give you a rating out of 10?
You kind of gotta talk when you're getting that intimate with someone.
Do you? Because I feel like I don't want to be silent as all you can be.
What's wrong with him now?
I mean, like, I personally gotta talk, and, like, you know, I kind of then gauge, depending on the person, whether or not the commentary should continue. So, you know, some people do want me to just shut the fuck up at times, but, you know, other people appreciate, you know, a break in the tension, as it were.
Right. I understand, because that is intimate. You know, that's one of those things where it can be maybe probably a little overwhelming, just how intimate it is.
Yeah, so honestly, just use that time to just be like, you know, I mean, most of the time I'm just like, you know, giving them the play-by-play so they're not, you know, caught unawares when, you know, I'm pressing a cold wet wipe right up to their rectum.
Right.
Because, I mean, and it's also not, like, just the rectum. You also have to do pericare, so, you know, gotta make sure all the shit is cleared out of the vagina or away from the penis's head and all that.
Right.
So, you know, you get really familiar with the peri area in general, but, man, just gotta make sure you give them the step-by-step so they're not surprised when you're moving things all out of the way.
That makes sense to me. God, it is incredible how complicated you make wiping yourself sound.
Yeah, and you know what? It's definitely less complicated when everything is functioning as normal, but as soon as you throw in, like, a male patient's hernia, or... I never thought I would hear this phrase before, but someone's prolapsed urethra?
That can prolapse too? I knew your ass could fucking prolapse. I didn't know your urethra could do it.
Oh wait, not urethra, sorry, uterus.
Oh, okay.
Your prolapsed uterus, sorry. I will say that, well, I have not seen a prolapsed urethra. Also, I'm now just, like, starting to realize that you're doing the training portion of the game.
Yeah.
Probably should cue into the game at some point. But yeah, no, I have never seen a prolapsed urethra. However, I have seen on individuals that have a catheter inserted in there that the urethral opening can get warped from just periods of time getting pulled against.
Really?
Yeah, like,
that sounds miserable.
And that's, like, you know, assuming that it was just gentle moving around at times, like, it will maybe get slightly warped. But man, I saw a poor bastard who apparently got it ripped, like, down at one point, so, like, you could see the opening just had a permanent, like, gap.
Trigger warning, dick trauma.
Oh yeah, sorry. Maybe, like, you know, big warning sign for all the viewers out there. Like,
it's like,
you know,
warning, bad shit happens to dicks. Don't get old.
Yeah, all of the male-bodied individuals out there, cup yourselves for a moment.
Yeah, remind me to kill myself before I turn fucking 40.
You know, as long as, you know, you maintain yourself, you should be fine.
Oh, bro, I am so far behind on that.
Honestly, as a public health individual, like, having graduated with my BS in public health, it honestly, as working as a nursing assistant, it honestly just shows, like, how much in our, like, of our health in our later years could be so better maintained just earlier back in the road. Like,
right.
Just, like, a lot of these, like, they could have been, like, averted if they just took care of themselves a little bit better. But then, you know, some of the ones, it's like, it really is, you know, there really wasn't anything that could be done. Like, you know, a stroke can happen more, like, or it's more likely to happen if, you know, you have certain lifestyles and everything. But, like, I've seen, like, perfectly healthy individuals just, like, have strokes that completely incapacitate them, you know, from, like, the neck down.
Oh, I'm sure my grandma was the same way.
I mean, R.I.P. to her. Man,
I mean, she's still alive.
Oh, I mean,
the fuck?
Good for her.
Yeah, my grandma had a stroke. Oh, R.I.P. Man. It's like, what the fuck is that shit? Aren't you supposed to be hopeful? Well, you fucking go into work and they're like, oh yeah, Terry, his fucking urethra prolapse for the 3rd time. And you're like, oh shit, R.I.P. Terry, and he's.
To be fair, you said great-grandmother, right?
I said grandma.
Oh, shit. Never mind that. Yeah, no.
No, my great-grandma never had a stroke.
As yeah, no. I interpreted it as great-grandmother, so I was like, oh, man, no, that, you know, she's probably dead at this point, so...
No, my great-grandma, also very fucking, you know, Speculative. My great grandma did not have a stroke. She was in excellent health until she wasn't anymore.
You know, that's how they get you.
Yeah, you know, one day you're healthy, the next day you don't wake up.
Now, if you'll excuse
Okay,
me,
so
Captain,
I'm going to be completely honest. I have not been paying attention at all, what with the urethra and rectum talk. So what's going on here?
So we're this fucking guy. We're running late. Commander's waiting up in Hangar Alpha. And something run like hell.
Yeah, okay, you know.
This is the prologue.
Title.
Yeah, this is the prologue. Game hasn't started yet, you know.
I'm just trying to get past.
This is the session 0.
Please.
You white shirts think you run the damn place since you moved in. About time someone taught you some manners.
Hell yeah, get him, big guy.
I don't want any trouble.
Yeah,
Shove that nerd in the locker.
Hey, why don't you just let the guy go?
You talking to me, spacehead?
Last time I checked.
The fuck kind of insult is that? We're all in space.
Yeah, like, you could have, like, specified it's a vacuum head, like, to signify that there's nothing going on in there.
Maybe like a nebulous, like it's so broad, it's like incomprehensible what's going on in there.
The commander's waiting.
Like, seriously, you could have done so much better with that insult.
Nice move back there. Can't be easy throwing that musclehead around.
Admittedly, I am having trouble picking up some of the sounds from the game.
Oh, that's fine. You're not missing much.
Never want to quit your flight.
Cool.
Join security. You let me know.
I will say, I do like some of these, like, alien designs that I'm seeing.
I mean, this guy is just a fucking predator.
Fair. Hey, man, come on. We agreed we would not let out Jeff's secret.
If you can stand Jackson trip, eh?
Listen, man, I didn't sign that fucking NDA. He tried making me sign that NDA, and I said, bro, this is going to get you another NDA you need signed, because this shit is wrong.
Like, come on, man, you're the paperwork maker, not the paperwork
And there isn't
signer.
anything that rivals this.
Maybe. Good
It's always so weird hearing Clancy Brown not be Mr. Krabs.
Always.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right, where are those two fine young women who were fucking yelling at me to get to the hangar or something? There you are. God, that girl up front's really good at running like hell. She knows what game she's in.
Can we be her as the protagonist? It seems like we would have a lot better time as her.
Yeah, she's way faster. You never want to be in a game called Run Like Hell and then you just never got into, you didn't make it on the track team in high school.
Jeez, yeah, no. Like, don't get me wrong. I probably have a bit of an advantage being a cross country man
Right.
back in high school. But man, that if I need to go a sprint, I'm dead.
Oh, no kidding.
You're late. Tell that to the broken elevator.
I go 50 meters top speed and then I just collapse.
I don't run, I stand and fight, and that's only because I can't run.
Will do. We should be back before that.
Don't think that this is an excuse to get.
No wonder you speculate on how many creatures you can fight in real life.
It's
You
for
have no option
survival.
but to fight.
It's survival, bro.
I love you too, hotshot. Until
You fully encapsulate the never engage the fight or flight response of a flightless bird.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a cornered animal no matter how you catch me.
leave, the sooner you'll get back to her, lover boy.
You're a cornered penguin, and you're gonna prove how much of a slippery son of a bitch you are.
I mean, hey, those motherfuckers can get real angry. They can start flying and carry off into the sky. Go watch Psychosis, anyway.
Yeah, the only reason they're so nice to humans is that they have yet to fully understand the atrocities that we're commit. As soon as they're capable of going to par with us, we're done.
Yeah, well, they just haven't conceptualized the fact that they could probably kick at least a couple humans' ass.
Yeah, it's like that scene from Futurama when the penguins cock their shotguns, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Just arm the penguins, and then, like, Earth will be pacified.
It's like, I don't know about you, but like if we had like two opposing teams of like 100 penguins of all varieties and just 100 toddlers, I'd take the penguins every fucking day of the week.
Oh yeah, penguins, absolutely.
What's the age where you think humans surpass penguins in terms of like raw physical stats and like combat ability? Because I think it's like shamefully old.
Just remembering a bad dream.
I would say at least age 7 or 8. Like you're starting to just like get an understanding of yourself. You're starting to like better your communication skills. Maybe you could like better tune out harming a penguin better. But like
Right.
before that, like you're both like too weak to like fight. Like yeah, because you've seen like how big like an emperor penguin can, like a full-grown emperor penguin can be. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not like these 1.5 foot tall things. Like they're like 3.5 feet, 4 feet tall.
Oh yeah, no, Mumble
like,
is not
you
a
know-
good representation of penguin kind. Like,
Oh no, like granted, I was a tall child growing up, but like
You're
even
very
still,
tall.
like
you're tall now.
yeah, no, like I mean hell. Like, I did probably have a handicap by age 10 for not just being able to fight, because I'd be like, but what if I hurt them? But I'd say for the average child, age 7 or 8, let them get in touch with their earliest psychopath, and then we should be all good.
Right.
Especially since, oh my god, I completely forgot that I interacted with kids for my, as part of my major.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
I remember you
kids
talking
are
about
fucking
them.
Assholes. Yeah, kids are assholes.
I remember
Yeah,
he's...
the polarity of human life, of just that age 3 to 12 and then like 70 onwards, that's just when humans can be the most dickish they can, I feel.
That's when they learn to bite. Did you have a lot of biters? Because like Elizabeth worked at a daycare, she had a lot of biters.
Honestly, I have more biters as a nursing assistant than when I was working with kids. Honestly, I had more kids yell at me than I have had old people yell at me. Honestly, like somehow younger children are more polite than old people, and I don't know what that says about the human condition.
They just don't have the fucking biases that we've learned.
Yeah, once you're old, you just get done with it all.
Right. When you're young, you still have that sense of hope. You know, as foolish as it may be.
Oh yeah, I mean, oh my god. On the topic of biters, though, so you know, as a nursing assistant, you have to do varying levels of help for an individual's life, because you're not supposed to like take over for them. You're just supposed to take up the slack that they're not able to do, and
Right.
let them do what they are capable of doing.
Right.
So, you know, if someone is capable of, like, using their legs, you encourage them to push off with those legs when you help transfer them to a wheelchair, you know? Or, you know, if they're capable of using their arms, then, you know, if they are, you know, recovering from a stroke, you then encourage them to, like, try and feed themselves, you know?
Right.
Try and make sure that they don't lose other functions while they're in recovery.
Right.
And so, you know, that then goes to the, what I was saying is that we recently got a person in here, that she, like, just got, out from the hospital from recovering from the initial shit with a stroke.
Okay.
So we're trying to help her as best as we can, right?
Right.
Well, apparently she...
Well, that's
like,
a big bitch.
pre-existing... Oh, shit. Is this where we do the titular running?
I think we're gonna have
no.
to. She should have ran.
Ah, fuck. Yeah,
She-
all that leg, and she did not run at all. Ah, man, what a bitch. Like, the monster, not her. She's unfortunate.
Right. He did that on fucking purpose.
Yeah, no, completely destroyed the console. How dare he?
To move left or right, use the left analog stick, hit try to jump over an obstacle, next to go. Alright, cool.
Perfect, alright.
Run!
Yep, over to the side.
Uh,
Jump.
uh,
Over, good. Jump!
oh,
Oh, no. Yeah, don't jump, slide.
we're fine. Everything's cool. Everything's chill. Everything's great.
Yeah, you're doing good. Oh, no. It went right through there, didn't it?
Oh, jump,
Yep,
you
we're gonna
fool!
wanna jump. And jump.
Fuck!
Oh,
Fuck!
no.
What? He didn't jump! Oh, wait, I don't think I hit the right button.
God damn it, Josh. Come on. There's only 2 buttons to press.
It's fine. I'll hit him right next time on the Shelf Gaming.